All right, ladies and gentlemen, happy Thursday. Hope you're having a good day. It's October the 22nd, 2020. Just a reminder, we have tutoring after school today from 4:40 to 5:30. For those of us who have not taken the test yet, it's time to suffer. You're a good person. And if you don't think you're a good person, you know how to change that belief? Do what's right, no matter how you feel, right? The more you do what's right, the more you learn to believe in yourself. I think thinking that way really makes a difference for me, and it can for you too. So keep that in mind. I am here. If you took the test and you know you didn't do your best, oh, I only wrote like 5 words for my short answer responses. See me after school for that too. You can make corrections, and I will help you with that as well. The main thing to do, of course, is do what you can now. Don't worry about tomorrow. Don't worry about yesterday. Keep up with today's work, and then make up extra work too. So today we get to do some really cool stuff today. We're going to do another poem writing. So we will use our imagination and write a rough draft poem. And I will make connections from quotes to personal experiences and show them in my writing, right? So making those personal connections. What does this remind me of? What does this make me think about? And when you do that, you connect to the writing, and the quality of your writing is better, and of course, you remember it better. Our close for today, well, how was the writing process for you? How did it go? And this is a graded assignment. So taking your time and just writing about how the process was is going to raise your grade from a 70 to maybe an 80, 90, or even 100. All right, so today is a good day. I'm so glad you're here. Come on, let's do our positive affirmations because you are a good person. You're smart, confident, and successful. So what are you? I am smart, confident, and successful. Yes, you are. And how do you feel about writing? I love writing. It's so much fun. Yeah, it is. It really is. And how do you feel about schoolwork? The harder I work, the smarter I become. And that attitude makes a big difference. Alrighty, so let's get to our assignment. You should have a piece of notebook paper and a pen or a pencil. Mr. Carvajal, I don't have notebook paper. Well, grab paper. Grab a piece of printer paper without lines. Who cares? Grab an envelope and write on the back of an envelope. Find something to write on and something to write with. Mr. Carvajal, I have a crayon and old envelope from my electric bill. Great. Right on the back of that. So if you need to pause the video and grab something to write with. All right, so let's get started. So we were writing wisdom poetry, and basically we're going to get a bunch of quotes that match our theme topic for our project, and we're going to let another's wisdom, another's quote, spark our imagination. So look at the quotes on the following pages by theme. Think them over and see which one sparks your imagination, but you pretty much want to look over the theme that's going to match your topic, right? So you can use it for your project. Copy down the one that you're going to use and the author's name. You always want to attribute your quote, so be sure you copy it down, put it in quotation marks, and then put the author's name to the side so you'll know where this writing came from. And this is your springboard. You're going to take that and then just let yourself write. Right? Whatever comes to mind. I've had kids in my first couple of classes, Mr. Koval, do I have to write a poem? No, you're not trying to write a poem at this point. You're just getting your thoughts down on paper. So let whatever comes to mind, let it out on paper and enjoy the process. So let's look at these quotes. So for good versus evil, it says, life isn't one-dimensional. The world isn't simply divided into good versus evil. I think we're all capable of both. Makes a lot of sense to me. That's by Alexander Skarsgård. And people like to say that the conflict is between good and evil. The real conflict is between truth and lies. Oh, that's interesting. I never thought of it that way before. But it makes sense, by Don Miguel Ruiz. Redemption, one of my favorite topics. I guess darkness serves a purpose, to show us that there is redemption through chaos. I love that, redemption through chaos. I believe in that. I think that's the basis of Greek mythology. And that's by Brendan Fraser. If you've seen the Mummy movies, you know who that actor is. Seeking to forget makes exile all the longer. The secret of redemption lies in remembrance. Right? You've got to remember your mistakes so you can learn from them. I love this quote, and I've already used this quote 2 times in my writing. This is by Richard von Weizsäcker, whatever his name is. Quotes on love. Immature love says, I love you because I need you. Mature love says, I need you because I love you, by Eric Fromm. And love is not only something you feel, it's something you do, by David Wilkerson. That makes a lot of sense to me too, right? We have to do what's right, no matter how we feel. Bravery and perseverance. Bravery is the capacity to perform properly, even when scared half to death, by Omer and Bradley. And perseverance is the hard work you do after you get tired of doing the hard work you already did. Newt Gingrich. That sounds like suffering to me, doesn't it? Coming of age. Older men declare war, but it is the youth who must fight and die. Boy, that's true if you think about wars and who runs the wars, but who ends up getting killed? Yeah, the young people. Herbert Hoover. And we have a powerful potential in our youth, and we must have the courage to change old ideas and practices so that we may direct their power towards good ends. Right? Kids are angry and kids are selfish, and that's kind of human nature, right? But we can all learn to be better, not just young people, by Mary Somebody Bethune. Revenge, last one. Revenge is often like biting a dog because the dog bit you. Well, that makes sense. And while seeking revenge, dig 2 graves, one for yourself. And that's by Douglas Horton. That is really cool, and so is that. So what we're going to do next is go into Schoology. And let's just go through it. It's, of course, in this week, it's the green week, right? Because it's the new 9 weeks. Thursday's work. Wisdom poetry, handwritten rough draft. And here are all of our quotes. And so you can go in there, copy the quote down, copy the person who said it, right? Have the attribute of the author. And then, so pause this video, look it up. Let me make it a little smaller so maybe you can see it all on the screen. That's almost all of them. So just do your best and copy down your quote, pause this video. When you're ready to write, we're going to write for 5 minutes. So pause this video while you switch to while you get your handwritten quote down, and then start it up when you're ready to actually write. All right, so let's get writing. You have 5 minutes to write. I have this nice timer that I found. So go ahead and write. Just write whatever comes to mind related to that quote. Whatever you're writing is fine. You're a good writer. Trust yourself. All right, time is up. If you need a little more time to finish writing down your thoughts, of course, just pause the video, finish up your writing, and then when you're done with that, look through your writing, same way we did with the last poem, and look for cool, interesting things that you said that stand out to you. So look them over, circle at least two things that stand out to you in the way that you said it, and then circle them and out to the side, write what emotion is coming through. Is it pride? Is it redemption? Is it suffering? Whatever it is, write it out to the side. And then if you do want to use this for your project, then you want to type it and revise it and add in a couple of similes and some other figurative language. All right, so pause the video, and then I'll come back and I'll show you how to attach it and so forth. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so welcome back. So for this wisdom writing, right, you're going to take a picture and attach it to the discussion to receive a 70. Yay, that gets you passing. And for those of us that are normally satisfied with a 70, I want you to suffer and do more because you are a good person. If you get nothing but 70s and you miss just one thing, you'll be failing. So go for an 80, go for a 90, go for 100. You are a good person. All you have to do for 100 is write 3 lines or more. So when you go to attach it, I've noticed I have an iPhone 11, and I could not attach it. So I had somebody in class that had an iPhone, and she got the Schoology app. The Schoology app, once I logged into Northside, and I still had to go through the portal, but then I could hit plus and then attach to discussion, and that worked fine. Somebody else also had no problem attaching because they had an Android phone, and Android is Google, runs on Google, and most of Northside, all of Northside's products are Google based, really. So I also downloaded Google Chrome to my iPhone from my App Store, the same way I did with Schoology. And when I went through the Google browser to Schoology and logged in through that, I was able to click on that button and attach. And let me show you what button I'm talking about here. So when I'm going to write a comment, and it looks like this on your phone too, when I click here and I'm using Safari, it won't work. But if I use Google and I'm logged into my school portal and I click on here, it'll let me attach. So for those of us with iPhones, once again, you either get the Schoology app or get Google Chrome or get both. And you should be able to attach a picture. If you can't attach a picture, which I couldn't do first period, I was able to upload it to my Google Drive and then just attach the link. And that's what I did here with this, my first period writing. I titled it and I attached it. So here's what I said. I don't handwrite very often. So my hand was starting to cramp at the end. First part I thought out in my head. As I wrote, but the second paragraph, I just kind of popped out of my mind. And that idea that we have to learn from our past so we don't make the same mistakes. I think too many of us try to forget the past instead of learning from it. And it just makes things harder for us because we end up making the same dumb mistakes again and again. So I attached the link to my Google Drive. And of course, I shared it. And here's my writing. I wrote this during first period today. Wow, I do not have pretty writing, do I? You can't read some of it. I didn't spell perfectly, but I can definitely read it. And of course, I'm not having you put these up here so I can read everything, just so that I see that you did it. Notice I circled this. It means wanting to be fair more than wanting to be right. And I put, habits leading by example. It means wanting to be fair rather than wanting to be right. And I put that's kindness, that's integrity. So that was my emotion for that. And then I had to learn this the hard way, right? And that's perseverance. So this would work with a number of topics, right? This is my writing. You take a picture of your writing. You write me at least 1 line, you get an 80, 2 lines a 90, 3 lines or more, you get 100. And I will look for it and I will grade it. And it's going to be great. You are smart, confident, and successful. And we got to practice thinking that way on purpose. If you have any questions or need any help, message me. Or of course, remember, see me after school at 4:40. Just join the Zoom link. and Schoology on your English classroom page. All right, ladies and gentlemen, have a great day. We'll see you later. And remember, you're a good person. Act like it. Bye-bye.